Hello, the game has started. It's my opponent to go fast. I have a promising rack. I'm sure there will be some 8s here, and there may be a 7. Now my opponent's provided 4 floaters. I can't see anything through the F or the U. The N is a duplicate. Can't see anything through that. And I can't see anything through the K. So is there a 7 here? Well, nothing's coming to mind. I'm considering each letter in turn as a start letter. And I can't see anything. I'm just having another look at the floaters on the board. I wouldn't wish to miss a bingo. The U's tricky because that's a 5 vowel 8 if it exists. Okay, so I can't see a bingo. How to resolve this rack? I'm looking to play off certainly an A and an O, and I've got the M for score. So I could play mower underneath here. Moai would sort out the vowel consonant balance better. Not a great rack leave. 20 points. Bingo-y tiles. No scoring tiles. I have a slight vowel preponderance. And I can't see a 7-letter bingo with this rack, so I'm not in great shape here. No floaters to consider. 3 sets of 2 letters. Okay, now I do have a floater to consider in the P. Not quite antelope. Does this make a bingo with a P? Well, not that I can see. Now I do have an N for going underneath IO and an O for going underneath K, so that looks like the basis of a good play. Now I do want to sort out the duplicate A. So I could play alone. For 31 points, which is a decent score. More vowels and no scoring tiles. And I'm 10 points behind. Column 8 is quite hot for a play down onto the triple word square, especially if a high scoring tile is placed on this double letter square. Nothing goes after ION apart from S, but this 4-letter row is quite hot as well, but I can't take full advantage with low scoring tiles. I'm looking to play off 2 A's, so I could do that with data, but that's keeping 3 vowels. Yeah, 36 points for my opponent. I'm now 46 points behind with a poor rack. A few floaters to consider. Gosh, I thought I had an aero dart for a moment. I don't. So, should I change? Well, maybe I could just play off A. I certainly want to leave a decent rack leave. I could play Toa across here for 20 points, but that's opening up column 15 and it's keeping double AD, which isn't great. 16 minutes on my clock. Quite a few good floaters and bingo lanes on this board, so I think I will change. I'll get rid of 2 of the A's and the O, and date is quite a good 4-letter set. It's not as good as it could be because I'd like to keep more consonants and vowels. But I do have the floating R, which goes well with this set. And I draw a blank, and this looks pretty good. I have estated and yomps with the blank as an S. Do I have a play which begins or ends in a T? Not sure about testated. Well, I think that is good. Wow, that would be a bad miss if it comes off. So can I find an alternative play? Tattered. Yep, that works. Tattered for 77. And I draw the second blank, which is fantastic. I've got a slim lead of 11 points. So it would be good to have back-to-back bingos. Not many floaters to consider, so I'm mainly looking for a 7 here. So I'll squiz through the alphabet, see if anything comes up. 18 points for my opponent, no particular opportunities provided. This isn't a great set of tiles. There probably aren't many bingos here, but I'm looking for just one. Haven't seen anything yet. Still nothing. Rightly through a W. Well, I can't see anything there. I've got the LY ending and ILY ending. So terribly through a B. In terms of floaters, the D is available. And nothing else. So, is there a bingo here? A couple of 7-letter lanes. There's overlapping dog, and there's putting an S on the end of yomp, so actually not too much. Now, in terms of sorting this rack out, I'm looking to play off an R and a Y as a minimum. And I'm looking to play parallel to lyre just because... well, what about playing across from ME? I could play lyre across here. That's quite nice. And if my opponent plays down, I'm covering the double letter square, so that's not as dangerous. I mean, that's the right thing to do in terms of stopping your opponent from really cashing out from a triple word square. But if my opponent does play down column 15, then she will be opening up a bingo lane in column 14. 26 points for lyre. Yeah, pretty good. I have Bat Girl. Nowhere for that. I can't see anything with this rack with the blank as an S for putting on the end of yomp. I've got Blaring. Nowhere for that. So in row 7, my opponent doesn't open up column 15. But if I haven't seen anything yet, but I could have a play which ends like this, I-E-R. So is Blagia good? It might be. Not sure of that. Garblier. Yep, that sounds plausible. Garbly. Not sure about that though. Let me run through the alphabet and see if anything comes up. That's Gablier. A lot of these plays will sound plausible, which makes it hard. 11 minutes on the clock. I haven't got a lot of time. Blagia. I think it's Bluggier, which is good. Alberg, he is good. Well, that doesn't fit. Banglia, not good. So I'm not seeing anything. Now, a play could also end just IE or IES, or it could end ERED for a 9-timer. And I'm not seeing anything. Now, a play in row F, 10 minutes on my clock, a row in play F could have an E or an I or an A over the D, but it has to overlap of as well. And of the tiles on my rack, none of them go above of. So I just need to consider those as the blank. So D, can't see anything. O, can't see anything. And that might be it. So not such a great board. And I've got a slender lead. Now, do I try one of those bingos? Gablier. Blagia. And are there some other endings I haven't considered? IED. I don't think there are any other floaters I'm missing. I can play baggy down here. That's my keeping LR blank, which isn't great, but it is a score. Nothing goes in front of chew. I could have a play ending H. Something R. Not very likely. Well, I'm taking a while over this move. Partly because I think there is a play down here in column 15, and it'll be annoying because it'll be a big play. Now, what about row M for scoring? What goes after Mel? Just my L. So, Gablier. I don't have enough confidence in any of the possibilities, so I'm going to go for this, and I don't like this. It's an okay score, but the rack leave isn't great. But that's a good pickup. 8 minutes on my clock. I don't have much time now. I've got Brantle on my rack. My opponent challenges, loses 5 points. In terms of plays down column 14, only my A can go in front of the B. But the A doesn't have to be the last tile. Great, my opponent doesn't take that. Now, do I have anything across here? Basically a play ending with a D. Can't see anything. So, do I have a play down here ending A something or A? I'm going to very quickly. Banala doesn't work. Blander. No, that's no good. Enabler. Nope. in arable through the right floaters. Blanca. Still haven't seen anything. Brantul. Annoying having plays which don't play. I haven't intentionally made the board tight. Blarney. Okay, so I've got the B for score. Where can I play that to good effect? I've got a really slender lead, less than 20 points. I could play Bal down here, keeping an okay rack lead. Doesn't score very much. Just wondering about Blancher, but I don't think that's good. Although it could be. 6 minutes on my clock and 39 tiles left. And my time management is poor in this game. So I'm thinking about playing Lab, which provides a bingo lane, which is good since I have a blank. Not good. I've opened the board up just at a time when my rack deteriorates. Very few vowels. And a good score for my opponent. Now my J can go in front of Ab, but I'd like to do something about this duplicate N. My H can go after underneath the C. That's going to be a high scoring spot across here. I think I'll hang on to the H. So I can play just the J. 12 points. I don't have a play down here ending EJ. I'm short on time. I do not draw a vowel. No floaters to consider. My H spot goes. Good score for my opponent. They're doing really well. Plays of 30 and 30. I'm now behind. And no floaters provided by my opponent, and only 5 minutes on my clock. My opponent's got 16. I'm in time trouble partly because my opponent's been playing so fast. Now, how can I sort this rack out? I certainly need to play off an N. Well, it's not playing off an M, but it's opening the board up, and I'd like to do that because I'm behind and I've got the blank. Hurts 25. Still no vowels, and there's so many vowels left, so they are there. My opponent could score well in column 3. Q still to come, and a whole bunch of U's. I may need to change here. No vowels at all. No vowels on the board to play through. All the action's been confined to the bottom right-hand corner. So this is a really tight board. Strange how that has happened. Still a bingo lane in row F, which can take an S in front of Lab, but in penultimate position, so it's not as useful as it looks. Great, my opponent's slowed down. Do I play? I've only got 4 minutes left. Do I play just a couple of tiles through the E? Or do I change? I don't want my opponent to have the X. I can't see a way of playing off just one end to come. Ah, no vowels. Okay, 3 minutes on my clock. There is a floating E here. So I may have a bingo with my blank as a vowel through that E. I may need to change again if my opponent blocks that. I can't see anything through the E. Now, do I use my blank as an A to play fact? Only one A out there. Let me see what this scores. $48 points, definitely worth doing. Just wondering about playing an extra tile. But I do need the F on this double letter square to score. Great. I have a balanced rack. I've got a 6-point lead, which is slender, but the board is tight. I've got the S for going in front of lab. Only one scoring tile left. Look at this. There's the V, which isn't particularly useful. Everything else, 1-pointers, apart from the D. So really strange set of remaining tiles. My opponent's changed. This is quite hot for a play beginning CI. Now, it's good that my opponent's changed. What can I do with my X? 3 minutes on my clock. Well, I could just play Dex to completely strangle the board. 13 points. Or, oh no, I was thinking about playing X'd for a lot more, but then that's opening up row H. This keeps it tighter. Well, can I do better than that? What about killing this I spot? And 19 points, that's a lot more. Great. I have Seniores, nowhere for that. There's quite a few floaters in the H, E and R to consider. Although the remaining tiles are 1-pointers, they don't look massively bingo-y. My opponent could be drowning in I's. 6 of them out there. And U's and a V. So I can't see a bingo in row F, either at the beginning or the end. Great, only 16 points for my opponent. Do I have anything on the R, onto the R? 2 minutes left on my clock. I've got a lead of about 10 points. Just looking around at for any scoring opportunities anywhere with anything. Can't see anything. I need to keep scoring because I do have a tiny lead. $16 points, and that's providing a good opportunity for my opponent. Only 1 minute on my clock. 12 tiles left. Gosh, I am in time trouble here. I don't really want to provide an easy opportunity for my opponent to score. One minute left. $8 points. Where can my S play? Nowhere. Okay. 1 minute left. Quite a few 7s here. Nothing with the S in second to last place. I've got the Ness ending. Can't see anything ending in H or E or R. So pretty agonizing. I can stick one of my S's on the end of Zinco. I've got this 17-point lead. So I could play Res across... Revenue. I'm going to challenge that just in case it comes off. It doesn't. Versine's perfect. Double. Versine's 94. Great timing. Horrible pickup. I've got a 30-point lead. I can see what my opponent's got. She's got 3 eyes. I don't think there's a bingo there. But there may be some decent scores, so this could be a tight end game. I've only got a 30-point lead, and I've got almost nothing to score with. And I've only got 46 seconds on the clock. All my S's have gone. I can't stick an eye underneath the Q. It's a struggle to see any score at all. Rid is good. Ayuri is good for 6. Gosh, this could be really tight. My opponent really has got 2 shots to score about 40 points, so only needs about 20 points per move. I have no words at all on my rack. I've got Irid, 7 points. Now, what I would like is for my opponent not to go out in 2. That's a pretty awful final rack for me. 18 points. My opponent is now 14 points behind. Fantastic. I can play Irid up here for 15 points. I think that's going to be enough. I'm going to play it because I'm short on time. I'm 29 points up. I'm going to lose 2 on countback. My opponent needs 27 to draw. I don't think that's going to happen. 11 minutes on my opponent's clock. Revenue up. Nice bingo by my opponent. And my opponent could have played... Oh well, never mind. Pass to end the game. The suggestion I was going to make involved a false word, so I didn't see a better spot. Right, so the final score, 387 for my opponent, 410 for me, a winning margin of 23 points, so a really tight game. Let's see what I missed. Well, slightly strange comment from my opponent since I had both blanks, but anyway. My opponent went fast. This was my rack. Did I miss a bingo? No, I didn't. Okay, that's good. But I could have played a main underneath here for more points than I got for Moai, for 8 more points and, well, a similar rack leave. My opponent's rack played Yomt. This was my rack, and I played alone. That looks fine. My opponent's rack, and this was my rack. And I think this is where I changed. I mean, look at the rack leaves. The scores, okay, they're passable, but the rack leaves are all awful. Either 3 vowels or duplicate vowels. My opponent's rack, and now I had a good pickup. And Tattered was my play. That was the only play through the T. And a whole bunch of other lower scoring plays were available. Nice rack for my opponent. Did they have a bingo? No. Now, did I have one? Oh, look at that. Lyrebird. Wow, down onto the D. That would have been pretty fantastic. Slightly annoying I missed it since I did spot liar. But that's the way it goes sometimes. Well done if you saw Lyrebird. My opponent's rat played grape. Now. Wow, look. No bingo at all here. I thought there was going to be at least one. There was none. And Baggy looks fine. My opponent's rat, that looks good. No bingo. My rack. No bingo. And I struggled here. What did I play? I played lab for 13. Okay, it's fewer points than the alternatives, but a better rack leave. My opponent played tease, and now my rack deteriorated, and I think this is where I... Did I change or play jab? I played jab. What were the options? Wow, 45 points for Ernie. Yep, but burning the blank. I took a 33-point sacrifice to keep it. Yep, I think that's probably worthwhile. But I could have kept the blank and got 34 points by playing HER, and I think that was probably the play. My opponent's rack played Zinco, and now I played Hertz. That looks fine. My opponent's plays Orn, and this is where I changed. I've just noticed I could play Lends down here. Let's see what comes up. Whoops. Yeah, Lends for 22, probably better than changing. But look at the rack leaves, not the sort of rack leaves you want to have when you've got a blank, so I think changing is okay. Here are the vowels. My opponent plays Qua. Oh, wow. Where's that? 01. Crafts and Zincos. I didn't consider that. I went straight for the front hook for Qua. But there were massive plays available in row O. Okay, well, that was remiss. Well, having said that, I sacrificed 11 points by playing Fact, but I retained the S. So actually, not too much between these plays. My opponent's rack, horrible. Changed. This was my rack. Ext was the move I rejected because of Axt and Ext. 03. Oxes and Zincos. Nice play. 36 points. Instead, I played Ducks for 19, but keeping a really good 5-letter set. And that's quite important because a good 5-letter set is quite valuable. It's very close to a bingo, and there were bingo lanes available on this board. My opponent played Toe. This was my rack, no bingo here. I played Ur, and I was under time pressure here, only 1 minute on my clock, so I didn't like my play. And I'm sure a bunch of the ones available here were better. Great bingo by my opponent. Yep, that was the only one available. And fortunately for me, I was able to jump in with Versines. This was my opponent's rack. Yeah, I think maybe my opponent would have struggled to have scored 40 with this rack over 2 moves. Anyway, she played Iliad, and that provided me a spot to play Irid for 15, which I was grateful for since I was so short on time. And finally, my opponent went out, and I scraped over the winning line. So pretty exciting game and very close. So I hope you enjoyed watching that, and I will see you next time.